Hey guys, I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes for people to pop on. For those that jump in, tell me where you're from. It's 9 o'clock here. I'm on the Eastern Coast. Oh, it even tells us where you're from. So, tell me where you're from, what time it is. If you want, tell me what your favorite color is, and that will be relevant in a little bit. Just giving a moment. So for those that don't know me, my name is Nikki. I am a star director. I've been with Scentsy for 4 years. I super bad ADHD, so I have notes on my left, I have notes on my right. I make terrible eye contact, like being 100% transparent. If you're watching the replay, tell me #replay. If you're watching it live, let me know. We got a lot of New England so far. Loving that. Close to New England is New York. All right, we're just going to get right into it because otherwise I'm going to stare at both my sets of notes and then I'll probably get lost in my notes. So my topic tonight is empowering my online engagement with captivating content, fostering meaningful connections, and unleashing limitless opportunities. Don't try to say that 5 times fast because I've already tried. So, it says I have a slow connection. I hope we're good, guys. I don't think the weather's doing anything wonky, but we're going to find out. So for those that don't know me, I have been with Scentsy since March of 2020. Yes, when the world shut down. I work in healthcare. I'm a clinical research coordinator, a mom of 4 children, a wife, an over-involved parent, and that's putting it nicely. I also am a gaming geek. I play video games most of the time with my husband in the evenings. I run the PTA, whatever you call it, in your location here for one of the schools. I teach 30 merit badges in my state for scouts. If there's a way for me to make that connection, I'm on it. I'm also a big-time crafter and just love being around others. I'm a big-time extrovert. So, and I have water too. So, what do I mean by empowering online engagement and captivating content? I'll give one of the biggest things that most of us get comments on every single year is Facebook tells us when people's birthdays are. I'm sorry. So, this past birthday, I just had one last month. I think I had 336 comments saying happy birthday, which I was super grateful for. What I was able to do was like and comment thank you to every single one of them. All right. And if I missed some, I probably did. I'm not going to lie because it's a lot. I was able to change the algorithm. And for all of the millennials right now, we're all doing a little bit of homesteading, sourdough stuff. The algorithm is like sourdough feeder. It's the sourdough starter. You have to feed it every few days for it to continue to like you. So with that, if you want people to see your content, you have to do those things. Now, don't go over and say, hi, was thinking of you, thought you might like this product. Nobody's going to read that. No one's going to even bother commenting to that. You want to just be you. So when I think of me, I actually posted this the other day. I was like, tell me 3 words that you think describe me. Of course, one of them was Scentsy. One of them was meal planning. Crazy meal plan lady is what I got. I'm also known as couponing and a good deal. I'm known for being over-involved, known for scouts. Like, there's so many different ways people know me. And because of that, I am authentically me all the time when it comes to that. If you were to look at my Facebook feed, within 10 posts, I have a Scentsy post in there. Within 10. Not all of them are Scentsy posts. Most of them are probably going to be my kids, because that's real life. Most of them, I always have my weekly meal plan on there. I'm just like thinking, we went away this past weekend. Like, I shared all of that fun jazz. And we go to breweries with our kids because that's a thing up here. At least it is up here. I don't know if it is elsewhere. What you will notice that my posts are never political, because that's a rabbit hole. But when I say engaging content, one of the posts I did recently was I needed Father Day gift ideas for my husband for my kids. We already have our plan, but not only does it get comments, people even private messaged me and said, hey, I'm doing this, and they let me know what they were doing. That's a great opportunity to create that one-to-one relationship, that one-to-one friendship. And that's what I do, is I don't post to just be interactive. I post to build that relationship and network, because you don't know what someone else might need. And that's important to me. I work in healthcare on purpose. And because of that, I am always thinking, how can I make someone else's day better? Is that sensory related? Not usually. But even a smile can make their day better. So I'm also covering fostering meaningful connections, being real, being relatable. When I go live with usually 1, 2, 3. I don't think I've gone live with all 4 kids, but my 19-year-old also is not a big social media person. I show that my family helps me put samples together. Well, I'm making a meal plan. One of my kids is bagging and tagging samples, because that's how our family works. We work together. And I show that it's doable with kids. My kids range from 8, 10, 12, 19. They all have very different things going on. I'm a hockey mom, a soccer mom, cheerleading mom, scout mom, a mechanics mom. They all have their own things. But I can be all their moms, and they can be all of my kids, and we all work together. And that's something that's special, because people are like, I don't have time. My kids' schedules are too busy. I mean, we've all heard it all. But I'm going to tell you that my life's just as busy. Everyone always says, I don't know how you do it all. I don't. I just make the appearance that I do it all, because this is what I have to show and share. I'm sharing my happy moments with others. When I ask my team, when I ask a customer, when I ask anyone, how are you doing? It is never how are you doing? What are your Scentsy needs? It is never, how is your Scentsy business going? I'm genuinely asking you, how are you doing? Because then I can build that authentic relationship that has nothing to do with my business. Eventually, those do lead into business things. But I'm not counting on it to lead into business. I'm counting on it to build a friendship, to build a network, because maybe that person has never bought from me, but maybe their friend will. And I don't know that. When we go away and we go away with friends, I tag my friends, because then their friends see my content. And they might click and say, ooh, I don't know who that is. And they'll then sometimes scroll your page, because just out of curiosity's sake. Then they can see I'm a Scentsy consultant. It's literally in my bio. It's right front and center on my bio with my link. So that's just something I always have done. I take healthcare very serious when I'm it's a priority to figure out who you are and how are you. And when you can relate to others, they can see you're just a mom also. You're also just a person who loves music. You are also the one going to the same concert that they are. And you're able to build that connection and say, hey, let's meet up. Let's do this. I had one person ask me recently, she said, I love this warmer. I said, girl, let's do a party, then we'll get it for free or half off. She goes, I don't think anyone would come to the party. I said, still happy to do that for you. She goes, I don't have a lot of mom friends. I said, aren't you local to me? And she replied, yeah. I said, anytime you want. Our kids are around the same age. Let me know. We will bring them to the park down the street. Like, I'm serious. I don't need that person to just think they're just another sale. They are never a sale to me. I'm always going to share what I have for product, but I'm never going to sell them my product because it sells itself. We have a fantastic product. And how that leads into like unleashing limitless opportunity is you have link all your social medias, because if you post it on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, you can link all three of those together and post it once, which is great because you're working smarter, not harder. And then more people see your content that way. It's the same exact content, but more people see it. Sorry. I post all of my team meetings on YouTube because I want people to see what a team meeting it looks like for me. And I learned that from actually my sponsor. She's like, you never know who's going to see it. I'm like, that's true. Like, why would I try to make that private? Also, a big difference for unleashing limitless opportunities is we're in a very laid back society where people are trying to get rid of things right now. They're not really, I don't say they're buying a lot, but numbers overall are struggling this year versus year over year growth from the last couple of years I've noticed. And maybe that's my team, or maybe it's Sensi wide. But what I think is really important is having those opportunities and those customers and those teamies see that everyone's being transparent. And I don't know where I went with that originally. I'm so sorry. But everyone being transparent with their numbers and just saying like, hey, I'm struggling too. That's a big deal. I have a chat with a lot of my teamies in there, and I messaged them the other day showing them my sales and where my personal PRV is, my GWV, and I'm like, yo, the struggle is real. Transparency posts, and I do transparency posts every like couple of weeks, because if I'm struggling, who else is struggling who usually does really well or consider themselves doing a really good job? And they're like, I'm just struggling right now. Girl, me too. Like, it's not just you. Normalizing that we're all the same person. Like, we're all the same level. Doesn't matter what your title is. But one of the biggest differences I do between my teamies and my customers is when they join my team, they already know what to expect from me. I am me all the time. Which can be a lot. But like, the only difference is, honestly, is my customers get samples / Happy Mail. I offer parties to them and I offer for them to join. Other than that, my teamies I treat exactly the same. That's just who I am though. Like, I will always treat my customers and teamies the same. And what I mean by that is I still am going to train and educate my customers and my teamies on our business and on our products, because that's how you can gain their trust. That's how you can gain those relationships, that networking. I've had so many referrals where people are like, hey, I don't have a Sensi customer, like I don't need something, but everyone's like, do you know a Sensi consultant in this area? I've been tagged in so many of those posts because I have that network. I've created those relationships. They might not be a customer of mine, but they have a friend who's looking for a consultant. So normalizing, like, this is how the business works. This is what I'm doing. I'm in drop-off line for school. I have 15 minutes. I'm going to text out some follow-ups. I'm going to make it just so that my customers know I'm doing the same thing, that my teamies know I'm doing the same thing. That's just being that transparency, that normalizing that this is my side gig. Normalizing that this is my way of providing other people to have a side gig. And when people are like, well, what do I have to do to join? You just have to hit the join button. I'm on it. Like, you already have the education that I've been leading you up to, and you're going to get this checklist that's within our workstation. Follow that. Let's answer some Q&A. But all of my teamie, like, knows what to expect from me when they join because they were customers before. But it makes it also the non-surprise element. I don't like surprises. So when I do something, I want to know what I'm getting myself into. Every customer that I have a party for, I'm attempting to rebook them 4 to 6 months out. Because they potentially, if they book at the last month before transition, so transition month, they like a deal. They know I'm a couponer. We're going to have that conversation. Hey, I know the best time to get you a deal next, and let's rebook it for then so that we're prepared and it's already in the schedule. If they're a spring summer scent person, I'm going to say, hey, the fall winter stuff comes out this day. I know you prefer these scents, so let's book one before all these scents go away after they've just had one 5 months before when the catalog started. Same with the fall winter. Start at the beginning of the season and then have them do another one at the end of the season if they don't like the summer spring, if they're not a summer spring person. So that's where the 4 to 6 month range comes in. And the biggest thing also as like a leader when it comes to online engagement, fostering those connections and those opportunities is being someone's hype person. Always. You be it, but then like my team does it for me. I get stupidly nervous and my anxiety goes through the roof when I start doing calls like this. That's just me. But I also, like, I'm messaging my group chat and I'm like, hey, I'm like really nervous, so I'm using a lot more swears because my team's used to that from me at this point. What did I get myself into? And they are in there hyping me up. You got this. Take a deep breath. Go watch the hockey game for 5 minutes. There's a good fight on right now. Like, that's my team telling me, like, I got this. But they also know that, like, if they're in the same situation, I'm going to be texting them and being like, you did amazing. I'm going to go watch the live. I'm here for you. What do you want to do? Do you want to go over notes with me? Do you not want to? Do you want me to, like, comment every bit? Like, you got this. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. We all need a hype person. Why not be each other's hype person? And continue to foster each other and just enjoy life together on this journey. So that's what I have for content. I'm a really fast talker. I really get nervous during these. Oh, and the favorite color part, I'm going to circle it back to the beginning. So what I said was tell me where you're from and or what time it is, and also what your favorite color is. So one of the most, and y'all can pick on me for this and I'm okay with this. One of my favorite questions to ask my new teamies, whether they're my front line or they're my down line, is what their favorite color is. Here's why. Great, you joined because you want maybe a discount. You joined because you want something for you. You joined because you wanted income. There's so many reasons. We'll get there. But I can't have that conversation with you where you're actually going to trust me to like believe you and or you're going to tell me the real deep rooted reason of why you're here until we actually have a conversation and get to know each other. And I always start with, what's your favorite color? My whole team can tell you my favorite color is turquoise. My whole team can tell you my favorite product is the fragrance flower. Like, because I've built that relationship with them. And I can tell you a lot of theirs too. And I have a really, really bad memory. I use Keep Notes on my phone, and I have a list of like everyone's word for the year. So whenever I have a coaching call with them, I'm like, hey, this was your word for the year. How are you bringing that word back to where we are right now, 6 months in? So build your relationships with your teammates, your customers, anyone. Say, what's your favorite color? people want to share their opinion. They want to get to know someone. And if they don't want to share, they won't comment. But that's how I bring the what's your favorite color into that trust and building that relationship with your teamies and your customers. So that's what I have for tonight. I hope you all, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Feel free to comment here. I'm not shy. I don't bite unless I'm not fed, then I do. But I'm happy to talk with anyone, and I hope you all have a great evening.